What's up guys, Brian Grant here of ContestChampion.com. Today I just want to talk a little bit about Rocket's Workshop. I'm going to be going over what I'll be spending my scrap on personally and why I recommend for you guys to pretty much do exactly the same thing as I'm doing here. But at the same time, it is your scrap. You can certainly spend it however you'd like. It's completely fine. This is only just some advice for you guys. So first off, if you're not familiar with the way that this map works, it doesn't cost any energy to move. You can take as many steps as you want. It costs 0 energy no matter how many times you go through this place. It's always going to cost 0 energy no matter what path you take. The only thing that you do have to worry about is you have to worry about these gate costs right here that do cost scrap to get through. You can see the one on the left is 20,000 and one on the right is 7,500. And I personally have 81,000 at the moment. Now, what I am personally going to be spending my scrap on is the Mastery stuff. So I'm talking about Stony Mastery cores and Carbonadium Mastery cores. And these are the big dogs right here. These are the Carbonadium ones. It's how you unlock the most powerful Masteries in the game. And it does cost 30,000 scrap for each time that you want to collect one of these. You can collect, you can repeatedly run through this and just pick up that same single item if you want. There's no problem with that as long as you have the scrap to do it. Some of these are very expensive, and you are of course only going to have a limited number of times to actually get through there and pick them up. So I'm going to go ahead and collect a Stony Mastery core right now, and then also grab a Carbonadium Mastery core. And it's just telling me here that it has to be paid each and every time upon entry. And make sure to actually get to the end of the quest here. At the end of the quest, there is a very low PI 1-star boss that you just have to beat in order to get your prize. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a Carbonadium one as well. So in total, you should be able to pick up about 295,000 scrap if you stay on top of the event, if you're able to complete all 4 difficulties of the monthly event quest here, and if you do the daily quest every single time. If you do, or not the daily, the 3-day event quest every single time that it repeats throughout the month. You do not get anything extra for 100% completing this map. I'll show you in just a moment how how you can know that for sure, and you don't just have to take my word for it after I focus up here for a second and take down this enemy. Phew, that was awfully tough right there. Of course, there's no rewards. There's no way to kind of exploit the system here with this. And there we go. Got a couple of new mastery items. Awesome. So if we go back to the quest here, I just want to show you, just so that you can know for sure and you don't have to hear or listen to any of the rumors out there about trying to 100% complete the map. There is no, on the bottom left-hand corner, there is no view quest rewards. There's normally a view quest rewards right below the view quest details over here, and it's not there. So yeah, you don't get anything for going through this the first time. You don't get anything for going through and completing it 100%. The gate keys at the end, I forgot to mention those. We'll take a quick look at those real quick here. I'll tell you exactly what's inside of those. I've only actually gone through one of them myself just to kind of test it out and see if it was a repeatable thing. I just wanted to see for myself if it was. I went through this one here that cost 1 gate key, and it's only 25 4-star shards in there. Not the best thing right there. This title here is Rocket's Little Helper. Will cost you 5 keys to get through. And then you could also pick this one up over here. This one is repeatable as well for 5 keys, and I've been told that you get 150 4-star shards from this one. So you get 4-star shards on either side here, and you get it's slightly better if you do just save up your keys and get the the 5 key payout of 150 versus just a single key of 25. If you're running, towards the end of the month when time is about to expire, definitely spend whatever keys you have left just to grab. If you have like 3 keys left or something like that, definitely spend them. Collect your easy 4-star shards, and then be done with the event after that. But that's about it for how the keys work. You actually get those from the 3-day events that you should be doing already to get the scrap. So, if you're worried about not getting enough keys, you should have enough keys by the end of the month to pick up pretty much whatever you want. You definitely can run the 3-day event over and over and over again to get easy 4-star shards, but I don't think it's worth it. I think you're better off just spending your time elsewhere in the game after you've gone through 100% the first time here just to get your scrap. You also get the scrap from completing the monthly event quest, like I've already said here, and of course the harder the difficulty that you go through, the more scrap that the game is actually going to pay out. So definitely complete all of those if possible. Now let me explain why I think it's the best move to get the Carbonadium Mastery Cores and the Stony Mastery Cores. Well, first off, you know, I said that you can get about 295,000 scrap in total. That's the numbers that I've been seeing thrown around, at least, for what you can actually get. So right there, that's almost 10 of these Carbonadium Mastery Cores, and these things cost 550 units a piece. 550 units, so we're talking about nearly 5,500 items in units that you're going to be able to get just for playing the game this month, which is an incredible value in my opinion. You can't exactly get 10 of these, so what I'll be personally doing is picking up 9 of these, which cost 270,000 scrap, and then I'll be spending whatever scrap I have left over on a couple of these stony ones, which basically is just should be 3 of them, and then like a tiny bit of scrap left over that I'll just dump elsewhere, maybe in the tier 2. Maybe in these tier 2 class catalyst crystals or something like that, just because I don't know where else to spend it at that point. I'm only gonna have a few thousand left over. But why do I say get the mastery items versus something like the tier 4 basic over here, or the greater ascendant crystal, or even the 4-star hero crystal? Well, they cost so much more scrap. Each of these items, I feel like the scrap is just not worth the actual cost here. The 4-star crystal is definitely not worth it. It's 125,000 just to pick up one of these crystals, whereas you could definitely, you know, pick up a lot of these mastery items and boost out all your characters across the board versus, you know, picking up a potential like Joe Fixit or something like that. Too many chances at picking up a you know, kind of a dud of a 4-star champion to roll the dice on that. When it comes to the tier 4 basic, a lot of people need tier 4 basics, but these cost 75,000 scrap each. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. If you were to you know, equate these things, that's basically the equivalent of 2.5 of these Carbonadium Mastery Cores, which, you know, even just 2 of the cores is 1,100 units. So do you really want to trade 1,100 units of items just for one of these basics? Even more than 1,100 units just for that? I don't think it's worth it. The greater ascendant crystals is kind of the same thing. You have to roll the dice. There are some not so great prizes in these crystals. I personally, if I really wasn't going to get the mastery items, I'd probably pick these things up and just roll the dice and see if I got something good for, you know, a little bit less scrap. But I don't think it's worth it. I really don't think it's worth it. I think the best thing to do is just to get the mastery items. Get the Carbonadium Mastery Cores, get the Stony Mastery Cores. They both have very similar value if you do the math on how much units it actually costs to get these things. It is slightly of a better value to get the Carbonadium ones. But if you need the Stony Masteries for a specific mastery that you don't have unlocked yet, then don't worry about it. Just pick those up and unlock your masteries with it. What if you already have all the masteries unlocked that you need? Well, there's always going to be some masteries coming to the future. They have these coming soon tabs all over the place. And yes, these have been here for a very long time. But don't forget, it wasn't that long ago that they added Assassin and Deep Wounds. Actually, it was kind of long ago. It was back in, what was it, like July or something like that. So it has been a little while, but they definitely do add masteries over time. This is not something that you know, is just there just to be there. There definitely will be adding more masteries in this game, and eventually you are going to need these, you know, these new mastery items, like the Carbonadiums and Stony Mastery Cores and stuff like that. So I think it's a great investment for the future, and not only that, but there's got to be some masteries that you don't have unless you really unlocked every single thing. For example, Despair here. I don't have Despair. I only have it at rank 1 out of 3, and this is what I'll be spending my Carbonadium cores on, and I'll be unlocking this to 3 of 3. And I'm not always going to have 3 points in it. It's just going to be there for when I need it, basically. It's going to be, you know, something like that. If you were looking to try out the suicide masteries, even if you don't want to use them all the time, even if you just want to use them for arena, now is the perfect time to get the items to try them out, not costing you any money. So if you don't like your decision that you made to unlock the masteries, it didn't cost you anything, and now you have them forever, right? You can switch on and off to them, you know, however many times you'd like. And to unlock these, the full cost is going to be 8 of these Carbonadium Mastery Cores. It costs a lot, but you can definitely get that just from playing the game this month. So I think that's a pretty good value right there. It costs 1 to unlock recoil. It takes 1 per level of liquid courage, and then it's going to cost 2 for the first level of double edge, and then 1 for each thereafter. So that's a total of 8 of the Carbonadiums. If you already have those, then hey, now's a good time to check out Resonate. This thing is actually super expensive to unlock. I believe it's 2 Carbonadiums per level. I have it unlocked 3 of 3 at the moment, but I think it costs 2 Carbonadium cores per level, and it's very expensive. The price can somewhat be hard to justify if you're thinking about 1,100 units per level. But if you're getting that in-game for free this month, then I think now is a good time to unlock that mastery, or whichever masteries you like, whichever masteries that you want to try out, even if it's not something that you're going to use all the time. So that's my advice, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you're going to be getting some new masteries yourself, or if you're deciding to pick up something else. I know quite a few people in the live streams have told me that they're going to go ahead and just pick up some basics, and hey, that's perfectly fine. Like I said, it's just some advice. You can certainly spend the scrap on whatever you would like. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. I will see you in the next video. Take care.